we left off with Married at First Sight, the Chicago reunion part two. We left off with Brandon.
All right.
So Brandon is MM's fiance.
Yeah, he the new whoop de whoop.
He is, but I think she needs to run the run. So, first of all, Married at First Sight, you all are super messy for thinking that Ike and Brandon were going to sit next to each other.
Yeah, so they split them up.
No, they
Well,
don't. No,
they
they
didn't
didn't.
split
No, they
them
didn't.
up, but they had them. Ike and Mimi, they sat in two separate chairs. But then when they called out Brandon, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were going to be sitting next to each other, but Ike said no. And I am.
He ain't say no,
I'm
he ain't say
sorry.
nothing. He just got up and walked out.
This is
Ike
true.
did this.
Where you going? That's what MM should have said. Where you going? But I'm glad you came back. So
I'm glad I came back too.
I have to say, I'm never team Ike, but in this situation, Ike was right. Him and Brandon did not need to sit next to each other.
Yeah, that was, I don't know what they was doing with that one.
Married at First Sight, you're wrong. You were absolutely wrong for that one. And I don't blame him, Ike for leaving.
Yeah.
So as they're passing each other, Brandon tried to shake his hand. Come on now, Brandon. Come on now, Brandon. Now, okay. So anyway, I did not shake his hand, which I didn't blame him. Why do you need to shake his hand? Brandon, he be doing too much all the time.
Yeah.
Too much. I'm sorry. I can't rock with Brandon.
But my thing is, if you're not with her, Ike, why couldn't you shake the man hand? I mean, y'all ain't together no more. I mean, you already doing your thing on the side. I don't understand why y'all couldn't be friends anyway.
Because he don't like the
We're
man.
not friends, but you don't have no reason not to like him. You don't even know him.
Actually, he do, because he do too much.
But he the one that called it off. He the one that brought the divorce papers in and said, sign this.
Well, he didn't bring papers. He brought divorce paper. It was one sheet that wasn't even a signature sheet and thought MM was going to sign. Now, MM is way too smart of a woman to sign something like that. He just trying to get her air fryer.
Get that air
He
fryer.
trying to get that air fryer and divorce and she ain't having it. I'm with you, MM. But your man be doing too much. MM. Now look. Now you know, I want the best for you. I am team MM over here. I just don't know about Brandon. He just be doing too much. He embarrassed you on the reunion. It was clear that you were not that comfortable with the things that he was doing. And I mean, it was very immature for a man of his age to do all of that on national television. Even it was very immature, and I'm sorry, MM. You a classy woman. I want to see you win. I just don't know if Brandon is it, but I know you all are married now. So at this point, I'm gonna say I wish you all the best. I mean,
It's a TV thing, right? So I think that Brandon was really just trying to show, he was on TV, starstruck as well, so he wanted to be on TV. So he was being a little bit more dramatic, probably, than usual, than what he normally is. But that's why I'm thinking that he was acting that way. I'm just glad MM found somebody that she could relate to.
okay. So here's the thing. Now that could be true, and I'm not saying it's not. If we see them in another space, which I don't know, but if they're on any type of other reality television show or even YouTube, we need to see a different version of Brandon, because the version that we've been seeing is screaming, I want attention. It's screaming that, hey, I'm like Kanye West and I need a whole lot of attention. So I'm gonna need him to just tone it down and just be there for MM. She be there for you, and you go on and have a good, healthy relationship. All that extra is just not necessary.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
well, hopefully, that's all it was. He just having fun on camera, so
That was
that's
a
what
lot,
it
though.
is.
It was a lot, especially on national television. That was embarrassing for a grown adult to act that way. Hi, I see your text. Thanks for joining. I think it says Madrano Twins. Thanks for joining us. So MM says that they are truly in love.
Yeah.
Of course, he leans over to kiss her. And then once again proceeds to act immaturely and embarrasses her.
Yeah.
She's just too classy. That's what I wrote in my notes. She is way too classy for this man child. But he proceeds to jump up and ask Pastor Cal to marry them.
Yeah.
He said he doesn't want to leave without a wife.
Without a wife. He
Yes.
want to marry a wife.
I'm very happy that Pastor Cal said, I had to talk to you first. I'm so glad he didn't marry them.
Only reason why Pastor Cal didn't want to marry them is because he didn't choose them to be a wife. I said it, and I'll say it again. Pastor Cal did not choose them, so he's a little butthurt. Pastor Cal, you cool. You'll probably never be my reverend. You'll probably never be my pastor. But however, you are mad or butthurt because you didn't choose MM and her significant other, Brandon, to get together.
Yeah.
That's why you wouldn't want to marry him. You would have married at first sight. That's your thing. But now that MM found somebody without your help, now you butthurt.
That's right. And hello, Riza and Madrano twins. We are talking about Married at First Sight, the Chicago reunion part 2. And so, so he said he had to talk to them first, and that's all he was willing to commit to at the moment. Brandon goes on to say, oh, we had Hennessy the night before. Really? Really? On national television, we're going to talk about what y'all was drinking in there. It's just too much. Anyway, he goes on to tell the world that Eminem just miscarried their child at 14 weeks. Did not look like she was happy to talk about that.
Yeah,
I don't think she's
not on
ready.
national TV. She probably wasn't ready,
Yes.
They probably should have talked about that, behind the stage. Or something like that.
And he just put it on out there. So the only time, and I have here in my notes, the only time that he appeared to be a good guy was when he mentioned that he already has 2 children from a previous marriage, a son and a daughter. And that's the only time he really just came off as just a good man, to bring up his other children. Brandon went on to say that his kids love MM and that they call her before they call him. Thank you for the hearts. We appreciate it. And so Brandon called MM his Olivia Pope. He said that, you see how she got me in the room just because she in the room? It's just too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
So it comes off like he just wants fame any way he can get it. And so, yeah, that's a problem. So what do you think about Brandon?
Brandon, he is in love with her. He loves her. He's trying to find somebody that loves her, and also, he's trying to find somebody that loves him. Sorry about that. He's trying to find somebody that loves him. So he found his significant other. They used to know each other back in the day. He knows the brother. So I think it's going to work out between those two. Well, it'll work out between those two.
I sure hope so. Okay, see you later, Madrano twins. Thanks for joining. So backstage, they both said that they were, and so now, I'm sorry, we're talking about Madison and David. So they showed backstage because they're getting ready to join the stage with the experts. And they stay backstage talking, and Madison and David, and they're saying that they're excited to speak with the experts so that they can show what they fought through to be together, and that they're still together 1 year later, and that they're thriving. Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal, when they joined the stage, they told them that they're only going to focus on the here and now, and here and now, they think they make a great couple. Dr. Pia didn't say anything. I guess she's focusing on the past and not just the here and now. And so, yes. So Pastor Cal, he asked David about the timeline between him and David. So David starts off by apologizing, and he's apologized for all the lies, especially because they spoke so highly of him. Then he tells them he's declining to talk about the timeline of him and Madison. He just wants to move forward with what they have now. Now, Dr. Pia, she's like, okay, all right. So then she decided to try with Madison. She said, when did you decide to risk it all? And she said, when I saw how broken down he was because of Michelle. And that was the wife he was married to. She said she was really attracted to him when she saw him broken down. She said they were both just attracted to each other and they listened to one another's problems with their spouses. And Pastor Cal warned them to not let the issues of their past to define their futures together. Dr. Pia suggested that they just slow down and relearn each other. Dr. Pepper said to just work on growing their relationship, and then they all just wished them well because it is a year later. So let's just move forward.
Yeah, let's move forward. I mean, why hold on to the past? Only time you should look back is when you're looking through your rearview mirror when you're driving.
Yeah, I know
You know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? Like in relationships, you want to keep moving forward. You don't
Right.
want to move back because that's going to set you back,
Yep.
and that's going to set you back to being the old person that you was. The reason why people leave old relationships is to move forward, and they're moving forward in their lives and in the way their mindset is.
That's right. Speak on it. So Thomas, so the the entire cast joins the stage. And so Thomas said that they get to talk about their experiences, and Thomas said that he really enjoyed hearing everyone's perspective on their experience on the show. Michelle said that her comment section is crazy. They act like they know her when they really don't. Now, Camille said people thinks that she has dentures. And so I guess because she has a perfect smile. Juan said that he never knew people could have so much hate in their hearts for someone that they don't even know. And Alex said he loves the comments. He said he thought it was funny to watch because people are saying that Madison just destroyed his soul
Yeah.
and that he was living in a monastery.
Oh, wow.
But he did say that his mom was really hurt though. And Madison goes on to say that her 85-year-old grandmother was defending her online, and she had to say, please, please, you're 85 years old, stop defending me. David said that his friends and family support him. He said his mother is supportive of his and Madison's relationship because he is a mama's boy. Thomas said that he's being recognized everywhere he goes. There's a woman in his apartment building that recognized him in the laundry room. He also said that his twin is being recognized because he does have a twin, and people thinking that he's the one on the show, but his brother has been married for 6 years. So he's like, why would I be on that show? One of Michelle's friends actually shot her shot with Juan. And she said that she didn't even ask her permission. So she didn't ask Michelle's permission. She just DM'd Juan on her own. So that was interesting. But, Juan, he's in a relationship now. So, that didn't go anywhere. But Michelle said that she's going to be a better person moving forward. And happy to hear that she's going to be a better person. And she does need to be a nicer person and a better person going forward. So that's good news. Madison starts off saying that, because they're just all talking about their experiences on the show at this point.
Yeah.
And so Madison says that what her and David have is real, and all of the apologies that they've given are real. David says it was extremely difficult for all of them to be on the show. And then Camille jumps in to say that David is a really good dude, and she hates that people thinks that he never left the nest, like he never left his parents' house. She hates that.
Yeah.
And she wants that to stop. And thank you, Amber Joy. Thank you. Love and blessings to you and the family as well.
All right, Amber, and blessings to the family as well, and to everybody I said hello.
That's right. Tell them hello from us. Thanks for joining. Love and blessings, cuz.
I love
Not
you.
cuz, sis. I'm sorry. Love and blessings, sis.
Love you, sis.
Yes. And so next they talk about Luffy. Now, Luffy is Alan's dog. If you seen Luffy was a mess. Luffy was in everything all over the place, but Luffy is a cutie. He's a cutie. He was a handful. But we found out he was only 9 months old, so he was just a puppy. Yeah. So Camille and Thomas, they talk about having a rematch on their basketball game.
Yeah.
And David talks about getting a new tattoo. He covered up the name of his ex-girlfriend, which I'm sure Madison wanted him to do.
Yeah.
Yep, and he needed to do that. You want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to move on. That's why he scratched off the old, and now he's in with the new. So I'm happy for David and Madison. I'm happy they doing their thing and everything, and they gonna keep it moving.
That's
They gonna keep it
right.
moving.
That's right. And so Madison said that she wants David to wear more fitted clothes. Now, if you watch the season, she definitely tried to change everything about Alan. She wanted Alan to change his teeth. She didn't like his clothes. And, she just didn't like anything about him. So Kevin Frazier asked her, what is it about Madison that you would change? And I'm sorry, what is it about David you would change? And Madison says she wants him to wear more fitted clothes. He tends to like baggy shorts that are 2 sizes too big. And she said that they talked about his place when he was living in the basement of his parents' home. And he was planning to move within 6 to 9 months.
Yeah.
But because their relationship progressed, he moved into her apartment instead because she travels a lot for work. And she's only there on the weekends. So they really only see each other on the weekends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, they're winding down, this reunion. So they start showing funny scenes with all the couples, such as David calling Alan Thomas. When they first met, he couldn't remember his name was Alan, and he kept calling him Thomas when they first met. Michelle admitted that she didn't know what Carla was talking about most of the time. Because if you know Carla, she's hugging trees. I mean, literally hugging trees. And, she's so whimsical and she's talking like this. And so, yeah, Michelle said that most of the time she had no idea what Carla was even talking about. And so then Kevin asked them what were their favorite memories from the season. Ike said the wedding. Surprisingly, he said the wedding. Alan said the wedding and also the family supporting them at the wedding. Michelle said her and Carla went to a bar together and they had a blast. She wasn't going to say the wedding for sure because she didn't enjoy anything. She was in the bathroom crying at the wedding. MM said her engagement with Brandon. So she didn't really care she didn't say anything about the wedding. And let's see. Camille said decision day because she's so glad she chose to stay with him.
Yeah.
Tommy said the day they did trapeze, I think it was. I may be pronouncing it wrong. But he said that he is afraid of heights. But it pushed him out of his comfort zone. And then him and Camille, they were able to sit down and connect. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you watch it, Amber Joy, that we can help you get caught up. So
Yes.
thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
And Kevin asked them to all complete this sentence. The married at first sight experience was, David said
hard but beautiful.
Madison said a wow ride.
And then Thomas said it's a crazy experience.
Camille said transformational.
And then
MM said a crap show. Michelle said stressful but worth it.
and then Alan said representative of him,
No falsity.
no falsity.
Carla said dramatic.
Juan said a beautiful mess.
And Ike said is over.
It's over.
Married at first sight is over.
It's over, so we'll see it. We'll catch you up on the next one, if we decide to. But remember, this is top of mind, so we only talk about what's on the top of our mind, right?
That's right.
And we glad that you all want to check in and see our views, and we love you, sis, out there,
That's
Amber.
right. Mwah. Love you, sis.
And thanks for tuning in, Amber. And thank you all friends for tuning in. And we're gonna keep you updated. We're gonna do different shows, different things, and we are gonna travel in the future and then keep you in tune
That's
on
right.
where we traveling at. We haven't traveled in a while, so we have been doing the reality shows. We're just doing off the top of our mind, and always be true to yourself.
Give your just due to yourself.
And believe in yourself.
Remember to like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you can always be notified of all of our new videos. Till next time, friends.
Till next time,
And
friends.
sis,
And
that's for you.
Later.